Get up. Keep going. I done been knocked down 1,000 times. Yeah, traveling around 1,000 miles. Feeling so tired, but you know I can't stop now. Came way too far. Throw in the towel. It ain't looking real good, but I won't give up. Pac said that I gotta keep my head up, so I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I'm standing right here. Demons all around, but I ain't got no fear. These roots are deep, I'm on my feet, the underdog, and I won't be deep. In the fire now, but I won't be burned. I was waiting for this, and now it's my turn. Spit out my face, blood in my eyes. Been underground, now I aim for the skies. Quit now, you can last longer. All these wounds only making you stronger. Don't give up now, yeah, you gotta climb. But we give it to all.
If it's Monday, it's time for the UD Awards National Series presented by Slingshot Racing League. I am Johnny Rapp, and I am joined in the Slingshot TV booth tonight by Justin Wilson. Tonight we head to Michigan for the Evan Pienta Designs 110. Michigan International Speedway, a 2-mile D-shaped oval that was built in 1968 in the Irish Hills of Michigan, just 40 miles outside of Detroit. Was originally designed by Charles Moneypenny, the same man who helped design Daytona. Over 2.5 million yards of dirt were moved to form the D-shaped oval. For years, auto manufacturers like Ford, Dodge, and Chevrolet marked this track on their calendars in hopes of claiming bragging rights in the nearby auto industry. On June 15, 1969, Cale Yarborough won the first NASCAR race at Michigan in a thrilling duel with Leroy Yarborough. Other notable winners at Michigan include Bill Elliott, Richard Petty, and David Pearson, who holds the record with 9 wins. Michigan also has seen its fair share of accidents, including ones that ended the careers of names like Chip Ganassi and Emerson Fittipaldi, on top of a crash in 1999 that left Ernie Irvan with a 10% chance of survival. Justin, with the high speeds and high stakes on the line here tonight, what should we expect to see with just 5 races to go in the season?
Well, Johnny, with only 5 races left in the season, every lap matters a little bit more. I mean, Michigan's the kind of track that can shake up the entire points picture. This place is about speed and momentum. Drivers will be flat out for most of the lap, but using that long draft down the straightaways to slingshot past one another. The leader's going to have a huge advantage with that clean air, but if you lose the draft, even for a moment, you may find yourself dropping through the field pretty fast. Lane choice is going to be big here because obviously everybody wants the bottom, fast way around, but that middle lane may come in. Even that high line we've been seeing may come into play here as well. With strategy, speed, the pressure all peaking all at the same time, Michigan has a way of making or breaking a season. So with that being said, let's head trackside for the singing of our national anthem.
We are back, and we are ready to set up the grid for the race tonight. Before we do that, we have to step trackside once again for our pre-race stories, starting out with our point standings after race number 7 at Talladega 2 weeks ago. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, right now, Braxton DeWeese still holding a fairly commanding lead, just under 10 points over Chris Smith. Ellis Thomas, with that win, moves himself up into third place pretty solidly. And James Danforth with a great run there at the end of that race at Talladega 2, just 20 points behind, challenging for that podium position. We still have 5 races left in the season here, so it's not too late for any of these drivers in the top 10 or 12 to make a late charge for the championship. See a little bit further back, Robert Probst, Lee Campbell, kind of that 6th, 7th, 8th kind of battle going on there. That's pretty tight. Chase Berry and Randy Gross, pretty close battle there too, especially with Matt Kuntz in 11th place, just 1 point behind Randy. And then we have Brian Probst a little bit further back. He's going to need some luck throughout the end of the season here, but still one to watch, and he's proven to be a winner in the series so far this year. So we'll see if he's able to get it done again. I'm going to move on to our stories for tonight with story number 1 being pack racing. I know this is not Daytona or Talladega, but it is Michigan, and man, 2-mile track, oval, D-shaped oval like this, there's going to be a lot of on throttle time, and it could lead, especially with these ARCA cars, to some form of pack racing. It could be pretty interesting to watch. What do you think, Justin?
Yeah, seeing in practice here, definitely seeing a lot of very, very tight pack racing. But see, the thing is it's not like Talladega Super Speedway kind of pack racing, but it's definitely just like a draft pack, because once you separate yourself from that draft, you'll fall back until you get collected by a few other drivers. So just kind of these little pockets that we'll probably see throughout the race, but the main one to be with is that lead pack.
Absolutely, and it kind of leads right into dirty air. Ultimately, you're going to have the most downforce on your car if you're the first car in line, whether that be on the inside or the outside. We'll see how this race goes, but definitely a fight for track position to stay up there and keep that car free. Other than that, we have timing your pit stop. We're going to have to pit at least one time tonight, so we'll see if it goes green when these drivers decide to pit. And it's not going to be so much like Talladega where you want to pit with a pack. You kind of, hey, I mean, it's up to you. You're kind of on your own on that sense. But definitely choosing the wrong time could alter your race in a negative way. And final point here is avoid the chaos. We've seen it before with these ARCA cars. Man, things, especially restarts, can get crazy. If we have one wreck, I think we're going to see another one, right? Just because of the nature of these cars.
Yeah, the aggression level of the drivers as it gets closer and closer to the race, it will definitely ramp up. But one thing too, a lot of these drivers are opting to run that high line. So, and you know, when we're running tracks that just are dominant high line, one spin, everyone washes up to that track. So we could see a pretty big pile up pretty early in this race if these drivers aren't careful.
Yeah, they absolutely could. And yeah, with that said, I think it is time to finally set the grid for this race here tonight. We're going to start off up front. The winner of the Evan Pienta Designs Pole Award here tonight. It's going to be... I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this to work here, but yeah, it's going to be Jacob Phillips in that in that number 56 Ford with, this is not coming up. Interested why? Give me 1 second, Justin, if you want to run down.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, I'll definitely
Okay.
continue on. But you got a Payday Racing front row here with Jacob Phillips winning that Evan Pienta's Dying Pull Award with Chase Berry on his outside. Now, we've seen Chase Berry not start up at the front of these races all season, so it's curious to see him up here. So Ellis Thomas be second row with Nick Chesray on his outside. Chris Smith battling for that points lead, starting fifth with the points leader right to his outside. Braxton Deweese in sixth. Lee Campbell rolling off seventh with Laura Wiseman in eighth. Brian Probst right there in P9, and on his outside, you guessed it, Robert Probst. That Kellogg's number 5 in 10th.
Absolutely.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Johnny.
I'm back. I'm ready to go now. We got it rolling. We got 11th place, James Danforth in that number 88. Saw him up front last week. Had a pretty good run there at the end. Just a couple spots shy of the win with Randy Gross, who led a lot of laps last week, starting 12th. Then we have Matt Koontz in the number 13, starting 13th. Maybe that's a good or bad omen, depending on how you look at it, with Nathan Gentry at number 10, starting in 14th. Aiden Neese makes his triumphant return here tonight, actually starting this race in that number 45 and 15th, with Cam Gillens in 16th. You got Jacob Nickerson, Paul Thomas, Steve Fest, Ryan Hinkle, and Patrick O'Toole is going to round out the field.
Well, we're going to jump right into this action. The pace car has tipped off long front straightaway here, but in command of the starter. They fire off. Look at Chase Berry gets a great jump on the outside of Jacob Phillips, and he's going to clear before they even get to turn one. That whole bottom row kind of got stacked up there. Jacob Phillips didn't quite get the restart that he needed. Chase Berry in that 46 put him P1.
Yeah, we see this, door-to-door action through 1 and 2 here. One thing you have to note is that the initial start is on green, so it's all about that reaction time as opposed to timing the start to get a good jump. So definitely Chase had a better reaction time there, but I'll tell you what, one hungry dog right now looking to defend his win from the last race. Ellis Thomas is all over the 46 of Chase Berry.
Yeah, Jacob Phillips decided to take the shortest way around on the front straightaway, try to make up some ground that he lost on the start. He is side by side. Now he's side by side with Chase Berry, the leader, but that outside line is going to have that momentum off the corner. But as you can see here, they're still 2 by 2 at about 5 rows deep. We're definitely seeing that pack racing right now.
We are, but still up front, it's going to be the 46 of Chase Berry. Like I said, that 38 is all over his bumper. Man, there's going to be some red and yellow paint on the front of that 38 before the end of this thing. But right now, Ellis Thomas is going to look inside to lead lap number 2. Coming around here, and Jacob Phelps still holding strong up here in the top 3. Chris Smith, one of our championship favorites, is going to be up here in the top 5. And yeah, we just saw it. Robert Probst, and I'm not sure who else was involved in that, but big moment back there in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, Aiden East looked like he got a little loose off the corner and almost caused the pileup on the back straightaway, but they keep it together.
That they do, and this is kind of what we were expecting to see here tonight. Definitely a little bit of a pack-style race so far, at least on fresh tires. And, yeah, I mean, you could see the entire, top 15, top 20 maybe, all in one pack here. A couple cars falling off a little bit, but, man, I'll tell you, there's multiple lines, multiple grooves, and, yeah, a lot of opportunities for these drivers to stay up here at this pack and make something happen.
Yeah, let's go back, Johnny, if we can, and take a look at this incident here that occurred, almost incident that occurred on the back straightaway here. You see Aiden East just getting to the outside here. of Lee Campbell coming off of turn 2 and then just got a little loose. Boom. That's what we saw back there, but they keep it going straight.
Yeah, could have been a huge deal. Definitely a good save from all of those drivers, getting it tucked back in and yeah, moving on, still living to fight another day. And I'll tell you what, this is this is kind of a wild little race here as we see Nick DeChesseray looking to the inside of Chase Berry for second place here. Braxton Deweese is going to hold that outside line, and we'll see if that draft is able to propel him forward into that third place position.
Yeah, I think this is we're kind of hitting that stage of the race where you definitely want to be the leader in this case because those front tires are going to be warming up a little bit hotter. In this draft, you'll see these guys kind of trying to get their nose in that clean air, but it's going to be a lot harder to pass once those tires heat up. But as you can see, Chase Berry's taking a shot for the lead here. I think he's going to clear him. He'll have to pull up in front of him if he does. No, he's not going to be able to, but that momentum that Chase had on front straightaway, and he took that chance, I think it's going to hurt him because look at this, falling all the way back into the clutches of Braxton Deweese, Chris Smith. Looks like Aiden East as well up there in fourth.
Yeah, we're going to go on board with Chase for just a moment here. You can see that outside line kind of driving by him here. And, yeah, start at second. He's going to be dropping like a rock unless he can build some momentum. Try to make a charge back to the front, but we'll see a pass for the lead. Braxton Deweese is able to make that inside line work, unlike Chase Berry. Well, now they're kind of side by side again, and we're going to see if he falls into the clutches of the field, just like Chase did.
Well, these drivers are going to start to learn, like, as each lap or each attempt goes on, because they're not going to make that same mistake twice. When they're going to send it or try to complete this pass, they're going to have to slide right up in front of that driver coming off of that corner. If they do not, they're going to fall back. As you see, even Braxton starting to fall back into the clutches of Jacob Phillips, who our pole sitter. And yeah, he may fall back where Chase did, because Chase finally got back up to the outside there. He's about fifth row on the outside.
We're going to look on board here with, Aiden Neese. And, yeah, I mean, Aiden he's been hit or miss. He hasn't shown up too much this season. But right now, showing some headway, getting up in the top 5, top 4 right now. And, yeah, we'll see if he's able to get up there and challenge for this lead. But right now, he's rolling that top. And it seems to be working as you look out the back right now. Chase Berry falling back a little bit. Braxton Deweese, after trying that inside, falling back as well. And they're 3 wide down the backstretch.
I think you know too, Johnny. 18 of our 21 starters are all in this pack that you see right here behind Aiden East. So, I mean, you can tell there's only been a few drivers that have fell off this pack, and that is Patrick O'Toole. Looks like Paul Thomas as well as Steve Vest. They're kind of riding back behind this pack, but still one big pack off here in turn 2. Oh, 3 wide. It looks like a little bit of contact. We Probst and Danforth there. They keep it going straight, but that's going to really break the momentum of that bottom row there. But they're single file across the top here.
Oh, my. It looked like Brian was aiming for the bottom there, but Cam Gillens in that number 07 said, not today. He shoved it down in there, and he got that pass done. Now they're going to be 3 wide behind him. We got, looks like Lee Campbell, Brian Brooks, and Robert Brooks. Or is that that might be Ryan Hickle as he gets in the wall. Ryan Hickle, the number 21, is going to recover pretty well from that one, but might end up losing this lead pack. But the battle is still on ahead of him. You can see that number 11 kind of fighting for his life right now. Definitely the field has not been kind to him the last couple laps. We see the 5 up there almost into the wall, but able to keep it going, and they're going to get back single file.
Yeah, we got a good battle up here for second place. Aiden Neese has been putting on a charge since the beginning of this race. Tried to make the attempt on the bottom. Oh, pulls right up in front. I missed who that was. That was Jacob Phillips. Pulled right up in front of him and put Jacob right into that outside wall. Hopefully it doesn't hurt him too bad, but he hit that wall pretty hard there on the back straightaway.
Yeah, bit of a moment up here. Definitely maybe a little bit too early to be racing that hard, but this package here on this track leads to some really tight door-to-door action. So, hey, I mean, that's what you're going to get. Definitely escaped a tragedy there, but good job from everybody keeping it together. Looks like Braxton Deweese is going to try to draw to the inside to make a move on Aiden Neese here for third place. And yeah, maybe, I think he's going to be able to clear him. Maybe not. Yeah, that momentum on the outside is going to hold the 45 out there. And yeah, put Aiden Neese back up to P3. Right now, the teammates of Ellis Thomas and Chris Smith are still up here in front, leading this race. You can see right now, Ellis has led 12 of the 15 laps so far. And yeah, impressive run from these two. Definitely solid teammates. We saw Ellis won Talladega last week. Chris led a lot of that race. Chris is also our defending champion, so do not count these two out. And man, I'll tell you, if you're a car behind him, you want to follow and do what those ST2 teammates are doing.
You know, I also want to kind of come back to that incident with Jacob Phillips and Aiden Neese. I mean, I'm sure there was a lot of frustration out of that 56 machine for that, but at the same time, Aiden's been watching, right? I mean, when there was an opening there, right? You know, the speed difference was there, but he knew if he did not pull up into that line, he would fall all the way to the back of the clutches of this giant train of cars. So you're going to see this aggression throughout the race, and you know, both parties are going to see it in different ways, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But one time I heard a pretty prominent figure in the Slingshot Racing League. He said something along the lines of, "If you leave the door open, we're walking through." And yeah, that's exactly what Aiden Neese did there. And yeah, definitely could have been a bigger deal, but yeah,
I think we have to change that phrase for at least this incident, because that door was open and Aiden just slammed it shut. That's what he did.
See a little bit of a battle going on back here in the 14th position. We have the 07 of Cam Gillens with the 13 of Matt Kuntz. Laura Wiseman in that number 84. And it looks like the 35 of Jacob Nickerson, all kind of battling in kind of a second pack here. And we just saw a big shuffle in the order of these four cars, and definitely something to keep an eye on. They're going to have to kind of stop all this side drafting and sending it to mount a charge to catch that lead back.
Yeah, Laura Wiseman kind of got hung out there, but yeah, like you mentioned, the side drafting is only going to kill their speed, as the lead pack is now just really 13 cars. Oh, is that Jacob Nickerson up in the outside wall of turn one? I believe it was in the 35.
A little bit of contact with Cam Gillens there getting into the corner, and yeah, just the difference in speed between the outside and the inside. And yeah, good save from Jacob. He got up there, tagged the wall, but no harm, no foul. He's going to have to collect his salts and get back after it before he gets too far away.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the car looks too bad. I don't really see any damage. Kind of hard to see from that angle, but yeah, I'm sure he's fine. Just kind of lost the draft there a little bit, but he's got those gaggle of cars behind him that'll be catching him. But this lead pack sure is no single file line. They're too wide, about 3 deep right now, as Braxton Deweese trying to make that pass on Aiden Neese again. as Chris and Ellis have slowly started to pull away a little bit here.
Yeah, we saw everything kind of get bunched back up there for a moment. We see Chase Berry right now on the inside of his teammate Jacob Phelps, trying to make that move work, get back up there where he started. We're look at Chase's stats so far. No win this season, but he did win in the ARCA season last year. And yeah, right now, I mean, hey, a couple top fives, but he's looking to mark off that win column and try to put himself in position to challenge for the championship. We see Robert Probst tag the wall there ahead of him. And yeah, luckily not a big deal there, but a solid run from Robert so far tonight. We see
looks like a little bit of a check up there behind. Yeah, Jacob Phillips, the last 2 laps have been going up and almost kissing that wall. I think that 56 is starting to have some handling issues.
yeah, I would say so. And good job from all those drivers to not wreck with that situation there. But we see Robert started 10th, up to 6th right now, putting the pressure on for 5th place. And Jacob Phillips trying to keep that thing out of the wall. Hopefully he can kind of get his bearings straight, get into a rhythm, and mount a charge.
Kissed it again.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, somebody must have put a magnet on the right side of that 56 because he's been hitting the wall like it's Darlington.
Yeah, it's not really killing him speed-wise, but I mean, eventually the damage is going to come due. Keeps hitting that wall.
Tell you what, the hungry dogs behind him are loving what they're seeing. They say, keep hitting that wall, keep slowing yourself down. Got James Danforth, Chase Berry, Lee Campbell, and Nick DeCesare back here looking for a couple spots, and they've all had solid runs so far here tonight. You know, they want that guy to hit the wall a couple more times so they can get themselves back up here battling for a top 5.
We missed it about a lap ago. Braxton DeWeese made a shot for that 2nd place, but ended up falling back into the clutches of Chris Smith. As you see, Robert Probst trying to make a move on Hayden Neese. Jacob Phillips, sure enough, again, smacks the outside wall, and I think that done him in because he has fallen back heavily. Chase Berry has passed him, as now Nick DeCesare is starting to catch up to him. I mean, you can only hit that wall so many times.
I'll tell you what, while that was happening, we just saw it. Hayden Neese up into the wall, got a little loose, came down onto Robert. Man, that was a big moment. They almost made contact and get it together. Man, that 45 is definitely struggling with the handling aspect of this car. See, Robert goes a little bit high, gets a run down the backstretch. We're going to see if he pushes or if he jumps out of line in 3. Oh, man. A little bit of both, honestly. And,
yeah. That little bit of a push that Robert gave him gave Aiden enough momentum to get underneath Braxton DeWeese, but I think Robert did that intentionally because as soon as he went down, Robert fell right in line with Braxton and completed the pass. Oh, what a shot from James Danforth. Almost spun out the Aiden going into 1. So they're coming off turn 2 side by side here, but obviously that high line is going to have the momentum. They have the train of cars, and Hayden Neese is going to start falling all the way back as now Chase Berry is looking to make the pass on the outside.
Yeah, we saw it from the onboard there, and you could just hear the spike in the RPMs when that contact was made. That bump draft was delivered, and yeah, that 45 got really squirrely. Able to hang on to it. Definitely still up here just fighting for a top 5. Could have been worse. Could have ended up in the wall or in the grass. And he's going to hold on, battling with James Danforth.
Oh, Braxton gets into the wall up here.
Oh.
Big moment, big moment. Braxton DeWeese hits the wall hard. Hayden Neese, not sure if he got into the wall there too a little bit. Yeah, they get it all collected. Man, we've had like these very, very intense close moments from having an accident, but we have yet to have one. But Braxton Weiss just got really tight off of turn 2. As you can see here, he washes up the track big time, hits that wall. Yeah, it looks like Aiden East behind him is same thing.
Yeah, definitely. Man, some tough handling characteristics for these cars here tonight. Very tight scenario, at least when you're behind somebody. And yeah, it's all about getting some fresh air on the left front of your car. You get stuck up there behind everybody, it's going to get tight. Recovering well from that incident, getting back up here, challenging for James Danforth in that number 88 Napa car. So he's going to clear him and put pressure on Robert Brooks for third.
Yeah, well, the pit window is also open to make it to the end of this thing as we're well past halfway. So we got to spin to the back here. Caution flag is out. I moved to what looks like Randy Gross in the 31. Not sure. Possibly contact with the wall, Johnny?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We're going to go back and look. Looked like, man, very slight contact on the inside wall, but we'll see how he got there as he's coming through 1 and 2 here. See him on that seam, and...
Robert Ropes got on the wall. Yeah, and he just did not bring it down. And, yeah, it just gave the nose just a tiny kiss on the inside wall. I think Randy's going to be all right.
Yeah, we're going to go back just a little bit and get a look at the back of Brian Brobst here coming off the corner. He tags the wall. Randy kind of has to check up, has nowhere to go. And yeah, it definitely could have been a huge wreck, but I think everybody kind of escaped without too much damage. So,
well, as I said, the pit window is open, so these drivers are expected to come down pit road here. I don't see anybody doing any strategy shenanigans right now. Everybody wants those 4 fresh tires, especially how tight these cars have been getting off of turn 2. But right now, Ellis Thomas, Chris Smith, Robert Brobst, Braxton Weiss, James Danforth, line them up down the pit road. Let's see who can come out on top after these pit stops as they bring them on in.
yeah, we see just about every car in the field come down pit road, single file. They have to stay to the right side until they're near their pit box. It looks like most of these drivers are going to abide to that. We're focused on the 38, the leader at the time of caution, Ellis Thomas. He's going to come in. It looks like he's getting right sides. We'll see if he goes for lefts as well. We have... yeah, I thought somebody took 2 back there, but they just missed their pit box.
Yeah, Brian Brobst had completely missed his pit stall. Same with Aiden East as well. So some pit stop errors by the drivers there, but it looks like Ellis Thomas is going to come out on top with Chris Smith still in second, but Matt Kuntz made a huge jump in position, and that was a 2-tire stop by that 13 machine, put him in 3rd place, but Chase Berry also with a great stop. He's going to come out in 4th with 4 tires.
Yeah, great stop from Chris Smith there. What? Wait, I thought Chris exited the pits first, but I guess I was wrong. Maybe Ellis did beat him to the line there, but
yeah, we'll definitely have to take a quick look. Man, that's definitely a close one. Like, I'm trying to get a good camera angle here, but there really isn't one. So,
yeah, came right down to the wire there. But I'll tell you what, that does throw out, I would assume, fuel strategy. I think everybody should be able to make it to the end.
yeah, they are.
And
Oh yeah, they were good to go at about lap 25. They were good to go. So, but you know, like I said, these drivers don't want to pit by themselves, so they wanted to pit in the pack if we were making this greens, and a lot of them probably were anticipating that yellow, just like we had gotten. So, pace car lights are off, so we'll be going green this time by as they're exiting turn 2 right now.
yeah, we
But
can
I'm
see that
curious.
number.
I was gonna say I'm curious to see if Matt Kuntz with the 2-tire strategy, if he's gonna be able to keep up, because not sure how the tire wear is after these 30 laps, but that's a strategy to go for 2 here.
Yep. Oh my, I'm sorry. My voice is gone tonight.
That's
But
okay.
yeah, I mean it's a very interesting thing. I'm not sure how much the left side tires are wearing, so I know with these cars it's pretty much heat dependent. So a couple laps under caution coming down the pits, it's going to be enough to cool your stuff off so you can get back after it. And yeah, we'll see how that works out for Matt Kuntz.
Well, lucky for us, all 21 drivers are still on the track, and they're all still on the lead lap. As Ellis Thomas takes the green flag, we got a huge jump on Chris Smith, probably playing so he can dip in line with him. But Chase Berry, hot on heels of Chris Smith as they dive off into turn number 1. I'm pretty sure these drivers are going to learn what happened on that late restart and seeing how the track position was going to play key. I'm pretty sure we're going to see some frantic attacks for the lead here early on.
Yeah, it's so far single file, but I think that number 46 of Chase Berry is chopping at the bit to make a move for the lead here. So kind of slowing the line a little bit, but still going to tuck in and get that draft. First battle right now looks like it's between Laura Wiseman and a little bit further back there for 9th and 10th position. Aiden East involved here. And we see Braxton Louise trying to make that inside line work up front here for 3rd place.
Yeah, that didn't take no time for these drivers to go single file. But, man, they fan out off into the corners. But right now the top 4 still single file. Robert Probst in 4th trying to catch up to Chase Berry. But those 2 teammates up front have been helping each other out. Chris, is when he gets that run, all he's doing is getting behind Ellis and just pushing him, only helping them out. So Chase, granted, he's got 2 drivers running, but he's got 2 teammates. So that's going to be a tough pass without some help.
And we can see it right here, just that teamwork going down. Coming down the backstretch here in turn 3. Chris Smith very eager to stay in line behind his teammate of Ellis Thomas. And you ever see Chase and Braxton in screen as well? Gotta go back just about 8 or 9 spots to find the first side-by-side battle.
Yeah, Braxton Louise making a move on Robert Probst off into turn 1. I don't think he's going to be able to make it work. He's going to have to try to fall back in line. Looks like there's an opening. He's going to take it. Yeah, that was a good attempt, but got 5 had a lot of momentum going off from turn 1. Because he's already catching up to Chase Berry here.
That he is, but we also have a battle going on a little bit further back here. Got number 14 of Lee Campbell kind of losing some spots on the inside, and then even further behind that, there's kind of a second pack forming with maybe a little bit of 3-wide action back here. We got Paul Thomas and a number 42 with Cam Killens, Randy Gross, Brian Hickle, all in this kind of second pack. We got a wreck up front. Lee Campbell, is it Jacob Phillips?
Yeah, I think it was Aiden. I think Aiden Neese and Jacob Phillips got into it on the back straightaway, unsure what's going on.
Yeah, we're going to have to go back and get a good look at where this one started. And I'll tell you, I saw that 14 go around. and there are some car parts going everywhere. We're going to look here. We see the 45 and 56 just ahead of them. And, oh, man. Maybe
Yeah,
just
it looks like I'm not sure what happened there because, I mean, Aiden just hooked the 56 on the back straightaway.
Yeah, we're going to go back one more time. We're going to take a look and see exactly what happened from Aiden's perspective here. We're going to go back just a little bit more.
He's got the outside. Yeah, just got into his right rear there a little bit. Matt Kuhn spins out trying to avoid the incident there. He didn't get no damage, but yeah, that 56 is done. I mean, that was a hard hit to the outside wall. I mean, maybe just Aiden just misjudged where his bumper was, but yeah, tough break for our pole sitter tonight.
Yeah, you said it. He's behind the wall. He's out of the race. And, yeah, we're going to be still have a race to put on here. We got all these cars coming down pit road. I'm not sure exactly who is, but it looks like 46 of Chase Berry. You know, he is more than willing to put on some pit strategy here. He's going to be one of the first cars in line to come down. We got a couple others behind him. Looks like Lee Campbell coming in to fix some of that damage from that wreck, and a couple others as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, these drivers do have that extra set of tires in the bag here. I think, you know, Chase Berry, I mean, he's pitting from that 4th position, and he may feel that those fresh tires, you know, because they got about, what, 8, 9 laps of green flag maybe on those tires. I think maybe he thinks that's just enough for an advantage for him to try to make a charge to the front. So, strategy call from that 46. Been running up front all night. But I think Chase, his strategy is kind of just not finishing good. He feels he's probably in the points. It's far enough back that he needs those wins. So he's going to do some off-the-wall strategy to try to make these wins happen. So I'm going to keep an eye on that 46.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think we hear it right from the horse's mouth. It's been a long time, but we haven't really done it. He is our in-race reporter this season. Let's bring Chase Berry into the booth while we're under caution here.
Yeah, I'll grab him up here. Chase Berry, is Justin and Johnny up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. What's up?
Well, we were just talking about you, so we figured I might as well bring you up here. I'm assuming you feel that these fresh tires that you just put on here, you think it's going to be a big enough advantage to get through this field?
I have no idea. I'll burn 4 to 5% on that little run we just did, so I'm hoping so. And it goes green to us today, but if not, we're done. Last time I did this, we wrecked, so I don't know. About to find out. I'm hoping that it helps me out a little bit.
So you're not racing for points. You're racing for wins, right?
Yeah. We're gonna go for the front. So we might wreck on the way up there, but we're gonna at least if you can't, you know, you make or what does it say? If you can't win the show, you got to beat the show. So
Fair enough.
So yeah, you know, maybe we can get by some of these, you know, clowns have, you know, got off already. So we might have a good shot now.
Well, man, you're sitting 15th right now. A lot of traffic up ahead of you. But Johnny, you got anything to say before we let him strap back in?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, we're rooting for you. We want to see you go put on a show for us, man. Go get that win, man. We hope to see you at the end of this thing.
Yeah, me too. Anything like last time, I won't make it to the end. I did something like this, so.
Well, then I guess we'll either talk to you here at the end of this thing in Winter Circle, or we'll talk to you in the Infield Care Center. But either way, we're going to talk to you, boss.
All right,
Good luck, man.
I'll be here.
Always a good time with Chase, but we're coming to take the green. 15 laps to go. Ellis Thomas with a push from Robert Brooks on the inside line. They're going to clear the outside by a mile, heading down into turn one.
That was a textbook power move by Robert Brooks to shove Ellis all the way out there. He put himself in that second spot, split up those teammates that have been dominant all night. Let's see what Chris Smith's going to do to counter this. Well, Robert Brobst has a run. He opts to push Ellis instead of capitalizing it. Boom. Opens the door for Chris Smith on the outside. Yes, I had the sound effects, Johnny.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Earth-shattering kaboom on the outside. Chris Smith going to make that move work. Right back up with his teammate, but don't look now. He's going to look down to the inside going into turn one. He said, you won last time. Tonight is my night. Chris Smith is going to assume the lead with a dive bomb through 1 and 2.
He probably saw that white number 8 charging because he's battling him for the points. As now you see Braxton trying to make the move on Ellis. Going off into turn 3, side by side. It looks like he's going to clear him. He's going to pull over in front of him. He's not quite clear. Nope, not going to make it happen, but Chris Smith's seen the opportunity. He has to take it because Braxton, he's got to chase Braxton down in these points. I know he's thinking points right now. But
I'll tell you what, that number 8 is in the danger zone. He got back up top, and man, it's a good thing he did, because if not, he would have been relegated to the back of the pack as strong as his high side has been tonight. We're looking on from Nick DeCesare and that number 00 behind in 5th place right now. See Robert going up a little bit higher, but Braxton Luis still trying to make that bottom work. Man, they get tight off of turn 4.
Well, Johnny, you know who the fastest driver was the last 2 laps? That 46 of Chase Berry, a 37.9 was his last lap. Almost 0.3 faster than the leaders.
Yeah, those fresh tires coming into effect for Chase. He's already back up to 9th place, right behind Lauren Wiseman. And, man, I'll tell you what, this battle up front is good, though. Everybody's pretty much single file, but we see the 88 of Danforth to the outside. And Braxton Luis, making that move once again on the inside. It looks like now Nick DeCesare is going to be able to get by, and here goes Danforth as well.
Yeah, Braxton Luis has no friends right now out here. He's trying everything to make moves, but everyone is going against him right now as he's starting to slowly fall back, and he's fallen back into the clutches of that 46 who's just passed him on his outside.
We see him. Fresh tires, Chase Berry trying to make the outside work. There's no room right now. Braxton's going to get a really good run through the middle of the corner there on Danforth. And, yeah, that momentum of the top side just dominates everybody that's trying to run the inside.
That it does. The other driver with fresh tires is also Ada Nice, who's a part of that last yellow that we had, and he's running equal times to what Chase Berry's been running as well. Actually put the fastest lap down just a lap ago with a 37.8, fastest of the entire night. But man, Chase Berry is making a hard charge right now, as we talked to him earlier. But it's tough now with everybody running that high line, because he either has to go to the bottom like Braxton was doing, or go higher than everyone else.
Yeah, my voice is dying tonight. I'm sorry. But, yeah, it's only so high you can go before you start to lose grip. You see it right there. James Danforth up almost into the wall. Brian Brooks is going to go 3 wide to the bottom. Chase Berry is going to try to take advantage and move to that middle lane. Danforth, yeah, good recovery there. A little bit of contact.
That's going to clear him off of 4 in front of Nick DeCesare, put him in the P5 now. Yeah, Nick DeCesare showed him a little bit of anger there on the front straightaway. Did not like getting moved, so gave him that little bump. But Chase Berry off to the races again, chasing down this lead pack, but he only has 6 more laps at the line to do it. He hasn't quite made up enough ground, I think, to catch these leaders, but we will see if they start racing, because you know Ellis isn't going to be competent hanging out in 2nd place, man. You know he's going to want to go for that win, but he's got a couple fast drivers coming through the field right now.
He absolutely is. It's a battle of, do you help your teammate or do you try to win the race? coming down 6 laps to go. It's going to be a tough decision to make, but right now I think he's just fine staying in line, holding that outside line, keeping that momentum up. He's got Robert Probst and James Danforth in tow. We'll see who is the first to make a move.
It looks like Robert Probst is going to try to get underneath Ellis Thomas. Kind of dump some air on that spoiler. That's going to bunch up everyone. Let's see what the drivers behind him are going to do.
Oh! Nick DeCesare down into the infield. That's going to bring out the caution once again.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely have to go back and take a look, but it doesn't look like he had any damage on the car. Maybe just took a trip through the grass. Go back here, you see Braxton DeWeese underneath him. Yeah. Went on a little trip through the infield. I'm not sure if Braxton came up or Nick came down a little bit, or they kind of just met in the middle, it looks like. So
Yeah, I mean, that's tough to call there. Looked like Nick almost got in the wall, kind of turned down off of it, but Braxton was coming up the side draft, and yeah, man, I'll tell you, great job from Nick DeCesare there, keeping that thing out of the inside wall. That grass, once you hit that grass, it's like ice. And to lock it up and keep it out of that inside wall is a great job. He's going to be able to continue on instead of towing back to the pits.
Johnny, I think this is going to end up setting us up for a green-white checker to finish this thing off. We'll see who race control deems that yellow on, but as it stands right now, we have Chris Smith leading this thing right now with Ellis Thomas in second, Robert Probst third, James Stanford fourth, and Chase Berry fifth, and then Braxton DeWeese, who was in that wreck there, is still rolling off in sixth place, but we'll see if anything changes. Laura Reisman right now put on a good show, running seventh. Brian Probst eighth. Randy Gross over here in ninth. Paul Thomas, that 42 machine, right now inside the top 10, having a strong run tonight.
He absolutely is. We're going to see, a little bit of a fake from the front two there. And it looks like...
Come on, Johnny.
Yeah,
you knew they weren't going to
these cars are going to stay out. We got Braxton DeWeese coming down our points leader. He's going to come in and get fresh tires, try to make a charge to the end of this race. But I'll tell you what, we're going to go side by side because tonight's race is sponsored by Evan Pienta Designs, and he does a lot to help out the league. He makes all the race logos, he does the points graphics, and a lot of these cars on track are sponsored by Evan Pienta. And if you want a great looking car like the number 28 of Chris Smith or the 88 of James Danforth, look to Evan Pienta Designs on Facebook or Instagram, and he'll get you set up. So we'll be right back after this short word from Evan. Right, we are back once again. Thanks to Evan Pienta Designs for sponsoring the pole award and much more in the Slingshot Racing League. Definitely appreciate him and all the other partners that came on board this season. We're going to double up here. You see Chris Smith on the inside, his teammate Ellis Thomas on the outside, Robert Probst in third, and James Danforth in fourth. Any one of these drivers can win this race, and don't look now. Fresh tires with Chase Berry in fifth place right now, looking to make a late charge to win this race here at Michigan.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, we have some drivers up here looking for their first win of the season, and that's pretty much second row on back right now. You got Robert Probst, James Danford, Chase Berry, Laura Wiseman, all looking for that first-time win. And right now, this green-white checkered is the opportune time to do it because these drivers are going to have that huge run on the back straightaway, and let's see what they're going to do with it because I doubt they're going to bump the car in front of them like they have been doing all race.
Yeah. Hey, when the money's on the line, everything changes, and we're going to see right now just how it comes down. Man, I'll tell you what, this is, I believe, our one attempt at a green-white checker.
It is.
So it's all going to come down to this.
It is. The next flag, other than the white flag, is going to end this race. So they keep it going straight. We'll have 2 laps to finish this thing off. But right now, I would be trying to take the lead immediately if I were these drivers. As Chris Smith gets a great jump. The entire bottom row is almost going to clear up to Ellis. Ellis throws a nasty block on Chase Berry and then disappears off the face of the planet. I'm not sure. He's back, and it's going to cause a wreck. That's going to end the race. Chris Smith is going to end up being the winner. Robert Probst with that surprise second place finish. And Robert Probst just blew his engine on the back straightaway. I don't think he's going to be able to finish this race, Johnny.
Oh, that's not good. Not good for the driver with number 5. I wonder what happened there.
He's got to make it all the way around 2 more times. That's a bummer. And just when he was trying to get that first podium of the season, it blows the engine under the caution. That's a heartbreak. Heartbreak for that number 5.
We're going to have to go back and take a look at what caused this incident with
something tells
Thomas blinking out.
Yeah, I think he reappeared inside possibly of somebody's car. He probably just couldn't see because a lot of times in our race, when you blink out, all the cars go missing. And I mean, yeah, that's just tough break. I mean, he was gone. Yeah, Brian Probst probably just couldn't see him, and yeah, that's gonna end the race. But tough break for a lot of these drivers. It looks like we had a secondary crash because I thought I saw Laura Wiseman around as well.
Yeah, I think it was just avoiding the calamity of that. But oh my, Laura Wiseman leapfrogging somebody here. See that?
Oh, Brian Probst, yeah. And then, hard crash into the outside wall. Right over, is that Ryan Hinkle there?
Oh, we gotta get it on board from Hinkle here. This is gonna be a good one. But yeah, definitely unfortunate circumstances. These drivers had a solid top 10 going, and
well, Johnny, I'm going to say one thing, man. I mean, that was a tough break for the 5 car, but look who. Oh, did I miss? No, never mind. I was. My scoreboard's all weird here. It was showing Paul Thomas in P4, but now it's showing in P17. So I'm unsure what's going on. Because he's running in 4th right now. I'm unsure what's going on.
Yeah, I see Brian Probst in 4th, Steve S. 5th, Paul Thomas is 17th.
Oh, Paul Thomas was in that accident. No, he wasn't in accident. I'm unsure what. Definitely have to go back and take a look at that because he should be registered 4th place.
Are we?
All right.
Do we have another restart here? We're live now.
No.
The pace card is pulled off. What is going on? I think it's finished, and Chris is coming down to do celebratory burnouts as we speak. But definitely a little odd. Something's going on with
there's
timing
definitely
and scoring.
Yeah, because Paul Thomas should be 4th place after that incident. So Yeah, unsure what's going on. He should not be back there in 17th. But I'll definitely have to go back and take a look at this afterwards, get with race control and figure out what happened. But without a doubt, we already know who the winner was. That was Chris Smith, and then Chase Berry is going to be our second place finisher after heartbreak from that number 5 of Robert Brose. But James Stafford's going to be our third place finisher tonight. So we will be taking a minute here, and we will get a hold of these drivers.
Yeah, we're going to hear from our partners at Whiplash SimCams. Definitely appreciate all the camera work they do for us. And yeah, we'll be right back on the other end for our top 3 interviews. All right, we are back after an incredible race here at Michigan, and we are ready to interview our top 3 finishers. Justin, I believe you have been called up with James Danforth, if he is in the Discord here. And yeah, third place finisher tonight, James Danforth.
Yeah, James, you got a copy down there?
I do.
Well, that 4th place turned into a 3rd place there after the yellow, but hey, top 3 can't be disappointed on that finish. Tell me, how'd you guys navigate through that kind of chaotic green, white, checkered?
I don't know what even happened. I thought I saw Chris starting to go, so I kind of started to roll a little bit and got into the back of Ellis. And I think that made Robert like go, because he hit Chris pretty hard before Chris went. And then as soon as that happened, Ellis started blinking really bad. And I don't know really what happened after that once we got to turn 1.
Yeah, it kind of looked like when he came back, everyone was not ready for that. I don't even think we were.
No.
Well, nonetheless, that 88 was running up front all night. But tell me, how was it handling on that thing? It looked like it got a little tight at the end of the run there. I mean, a lot of people were hitting the wall, but how was that 88 handling?
It was definitely tighter at the end of that first run. I tried to throw a couple of slide jobs that I think really used up the right front. But I took it a lot. I mean, there wasn't much of a second run, but I took it a lot easier and diamond the corners a little bit better rather than just putting the power down, which I think helped quite a bit.
Well, nonetheless, man, this is the second in a podium in a row, I believe, for you. Yeah. Talladega 3rd, tonight 3rd. With 4 races left to go, man, how you thinking? A couple more podiums?
I hope so. When the schedule came out, I was really liking the back half of the schedule. These last few tracks are my kind of tracks, I feel like.
Yeah, we definitely heard that from quite a few drivers, like in that second half of the schedule. But hey, man, before we let you go and celebrate this 3rd place win tonight, who would you like to thank got you here tonight?
First of all, I'd like to thank you guys for putting the broadcast on, like always, and for doing everything you guys do for the league. Really, probably my favorite league I've ever been a part of. So, again, thank you guys for that. Shout out to Evan for being Evan. I thought Paul got 4th place, and I was gonna say something about that.
Yeah.
But then it said he finished 17th.
Don't worry, we were talking about the same thing. We're gonna have to go after the race and take a look at it and see what happened. But yeah, we were pretty confident that he had a 4th place finish too. Unsure, maybe he had a black flag that we didn't see, and I'm sure it'll get straightened up by race control because they're already talking about it. So
I hope
we'll
so.
definitely see.
He snuck through there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, he did a great job navigating through that crash. We were just talking about it.
Yeah.
Well, man, again, congratulations, and go celebrate with the team.
I appreciate it.
Well, Johnny, that was our 3rd place finisher, James Danforth, but I know you're looking forward to talking to our 2nd place finisher tonight, but you're caught up with him.
Okay, absolutely. Chase Berry, man, I'll tell you what, 1 spot short of the win with that alternate tire strategy. Man, what more do you need to get it done here tonight?
A miracle. I don't know. I think the caution came out at the right time, because just unless I could have gotten in front of Ellis or Braxton or Probst, whatever, maybe, I don't know. I warped myself trying to get to the field. And I think I made a lot of enemies getting to the field, so I didn't think I had a good shot. So that time, the caution came out perfect, I think.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, an incredible race, kind of overshadowed by the late race wreck there, but man, just how was it out there? Because it looked pretty fun from our perspective. It wasn't just a bottom dominant track. You kind of had to run high, but you can get a run and dive low. It seemed like there was at least multiple lines. How was it from the seat of that number 46?
It was different. Everybody, you wanted to be on the top because you just scared to get off the top, because you get off the top, then you go straight to the back. But if you make that bottom row, like, you got to make sure you send it and then just wash up in front of somebody and hope they lift, or you're both wrecking, to be able to make the pass. And it was, that was, some of them were doing really good at it, and some of them were kind of like, all right, why are we doing this? I don't know. I mean, it was definitely hard to pass, and unless you have saved your stuff on the very that long green flag run, golly, he was able to make somewhat passes and make it work. But if you weren't on the top, you weren't making really passes unless you had shoved it in there and shoved it in front of somebody and hope they lifted or whatever.
Well, I'll tell you what, it made for an exciting show. Like you said, it was different. It wasn't what we're used to seeing at these types of tracks. And yeah, hey, it was cool to see something like that, man. Before we let you go, man, floor is yours. Any sponsor shout outs, friends, family at home, anybody like that. And yeah, don't be ashamed to plug your new racing endeavor with Justin here. And yeah, have at it.
Yeah, so sponsors, if you want to sponsor, and we got a 84 Corvette, you can have your name right on the face of it if you want. Front end, side end, back end, upside down, I don't even care. Be on the rims, all if I care. So if you want to be a part of it, hit us up, paydayracing.com. No, I lied, paydayracing@gmail.com. And we can take care of you, or you can take care of us, vice versa. Thank you guys for putting it out there and putting it on and putting the show on, and sorry to all the people I drove like dicks around.
Come on, Chase. Don't forget about the Facebook page, and come see us in about a month and a half, man. We're gonna be down at Sebring in the Corvette.
Yeah, so if you want to follow along, Payday Racing on Instagram, Facebook, going to Sebring December 28th to run Champ Car. Yeah, come be a part of something awesome. And if we can make it through December, you'll be Daytona in April 11th. So, like I said, if you're listening, I don't know how many viewers, but, come be a part of a great thing.
Well, we're definitely excited for it. We can't wait to see what you all do there. And, yeah, go celebrate that second place finish with the team, man.
Yeah, it's like the third or fourth one this year. I'm going to win one of these one day. I'm going to get lucky and win one.
You're the modern
Maybe my
day
throwback.
Sheldon Creed, you know.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, maybe more like Austin Hill, but I don't know. Maybe my throwback will bring me some good luck.
There we go. There we go. All right.
All right, that's it. Toodles. Bye.
Tonight's second place finisher, Chase Berry and Justin, I believe you have been caught up with Chris Smith, tonight's winner.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, I have. And it sounds like Chris Smith's with us here tonight. Chris dominating between you and Ellis tonight. But man, brought it home for the win. Kind of talk us through your evening, man.
Yeah, we kind of had a game plan there at the start to do everything we could to work together and try to stay in front of all the chaos behind us. There was a lot of action going on back there. You know, these things, they draft up so well here at Michigan, and yeah, we kind of decided I wasn't very interested in leading laps. I was more interested in just trying to have a clean car at the end of it, and yeah, we just did everything we could to maintain track position, and didn't really try to start racing each other right there to the end, and hated it didn't work out for Ellis, you know, right there at the end, but you know, glad we were able to get, you know, one of us the victory tonight.
Yeah, it was a bit of a bummer. Looked like Ellis had a connection issue there on that restart, but nonetheless, you guys put on a dominating performance tonight. But hey, man, before we let you go and celebrate that win tonight, you know what to do. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to, you know, my family if they're still up watching at home. I'll give a shout out to you guys for you know, your hard work and everything you guys do on Monday nights. I'd like to encourage everybody to check out Wednesday nights for the Invitational Cup Series here on Slingshot Racing Media, and on Thursday nights NSRLA action on the channel as well. Thanks to all the league sponsors, UD Awards, glad we were able to get them another win. Stand Up Fight Series, Evan Pienta for, you know, designing the paint scheme on this one, and so many others in the series. All the league admins for their hard work, our race controller Randy, you know, for his hard work, and everybody for tuning in every single week here on Monday nights. Looking forward to seeing everybody next week.
Heck yeah, man. And then, and before you go and celebrate with the team, I'm pretty sure you are a new points leader going into these last four races.
Oh, heck yeah. Hey, we'll take it. It's going to be tough, you know, and I know Braxton, I hate, like I said, what happened to Ellis, because he was, you know, up there in points, so I don't know how much it's going to drop him back, but Braxton's going to be tough to deal with for the rest of the season. You know, he's good everywhere, so I'm looking forward to it, though. It should be a heck of a fight.
All right, man. Go celebrate with the team, and congratulations on the dub.
Appreciate it. Y'all have a good.
Oh, cut him off there. My bad, Chris.
Man, I'll tell you what, definitely looking to defend that championship. Yeah, hey, 2 seasons in a row. I mean, hey, couple races left. It's not done and dusted just yet, but yeah, definitely a strong contender for Braxton at the end of this thing. So Ellis fall off a little bit there with that late race wreck, but we are going to check out our post-race results here. You just saw the top 3. Chris Smith, Chase Berry, and James Danforth. Brian Probst tentatively coming home 4th place. We're going to have to look at what happened to Paul Thomas. If it is some sort of penalty about avoiding the wreck or something, he will be granted that 4th place finish, and Johnny will have some editing to do in the points this week. But as of right now, it looks like Brian Probst, Steve Vest coming home 5th. Great run from that number 60. Randy Grissom, number 31, coming home 6th place with Ryan Hinkle in 7th in that number 21. Beautiful Mountain Dew machine. We love to see it. And we have Matt Kuntz. We saw him a contender all night, net number 13, coming home 8th with Nathan Gentry. I don't think we said his name one time tonight, but he comes home with a solid top 10. And Cam Gillens in the number 07, coming home 10th.
Yeah, Aiden Neese, probably a bit of a menace tonight, rolled off 11th place and had the fastest lap of the race tonight with that 37.8. Nick DeCesare is going to roll off 12th, and Ellis Thomas, after that last lap crash, is going to run off 13th. Patrick O'Toole, solid run tonight with 14th, and then Braxton Deweese with that kind of heartache there at the end with that spin, or that incident with Cesare. He's going to finish 15th. Jacob Nickerson will be 16th, and then, like I said, unofficially, Paul Thomas right now slated 17th. Robert Probst blowing his engine after that incident. Tough break after running second place, finishes 18th. Laura Wiseman's going to roll off 19th, and Lee Campbell 20th. And in last place tonight will be Jacob Phillips after that crash on the back straightaway, 37 whole laps down.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Jacob. We saw he's a contender early in this race. Yeah, it says 20. 19. You're right.
He did 37 laps. Sorry.
Yeah. Unfortunate end for the number 56 of Jacob Phillips and a lot of those other cars. Ellis up there with a chance for to win without some internet issues, and man, I'll tell you what, that was definitely not the way you want to see the race end, but we still had an incredible race through and through. We're going to take a look at our point standings that I will probably have to update once we get them up, and it is taking its time, so just bear with us. It might not want to work. I'm not sure, but here, we're gonna try it one more time. Let me go in here and try to get this up. I think that's it, right? Yeah. Yep. The point standings are not going to work. We're going to go. We'll still
do it old school.
Here. Yeah, just give me a minute. While we see that beautiful number 28, painted by Evan Pienta Designs. Maybe Justin, you can give us a little bit of a rundown about Evan Pienta Designs while I pull up the points here.
Well, to be fair, I've never had an Evan Pienta Designs paint scheme before, so not really quite the guy, but I have seen a lot of cars painted by that said individual. Kind of miss racing with him, honestly. You know, I have a little nickname for him, Evan Pinata, but that's what I had to refer to him about. So, not that that's what we're supposed to be talking about here. So sorry, Evan. Not the plug you really wanted.
Yeah, it's all good though. I'll tell you what, we're going to go in. I think I have it. We're going to have to go through Sim Racer Hub here. But there we go. We got, you said it, Chris Smith assumes the lead. He's now going to have a 12-point lead over Braxton Deweese with just 4 races to go. Ellis Thomas with that unfortunate end drops to 27 points behind the lead. James Danforth holding strong in 4th place, up 2 positions with a 38-point deficit. And Nick DeCesare still holding strong in 5th there, 51 points behind.
Man, that's a big jump. He went from 7 points back to 12 up. Big swing in the points tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all going to come down to the wire here. And I'll tell you what, top 3 definitely, top 4 definitely still within striking distance. And it's not out of the realm of possibility for 5th through maybe 8th or 9th to kind of make a charge there. But yeah, you can see it a little bit further back. It's still a tight battle between Steve Hess, Paul Thomas, Patrick O'Toole, all these drivers back here. Man, it's been a long season so far, and we got 4 more races to settle everything. But it's going to be fun to watch to see who exactly can get themselves up into the money and who can take home the championship.
Without a doubt. We need to move on to our schedule. There we go. Because our next race is a crown jewel race of Charlotte Motor Speedway, which you can catch us next week on, and as well as Watkins Glen this Wednesday. Johnny, I'm looking forward to that race as well as not looking forward to that race because, well, I have had no luck in those Gen 4 cars. So, to be honest, I've just been crashing every week. But honestly, we show up, We put on a show, and yeah, man, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, Wednesday's gonna be a lot of fun, man. Those Gen 4 cars, man, I love it. Those BDR setups, and you know, outside of the play track, everything has been pretty much a ton of fun. And yeah, Watkins Glen, we're going to see them things sideways. We're driving off the rear tires, really making it happen. I can't wait to see how that race unfolds. Then Thursday night, we have the NSRLA Downtown Auto Sales National Series, a new league for Slingshot TV here. We have Cam Gillens producing with Chris Smith and Ellis Thomas in the booth. It's going to be a lot of fun to go through and watch that one. Short track racing in those Xfinity cars. It's going to be a blast, I'm sure. And
you're
as
not
you
going to
alluded to, man, the Choose Beetle. Man, we're going to have to steal that idea. I'm telling you, we're going to make Randy earn that race control.
Yeah.
He's going out there. And maybe not the Beetle. Maybe I think he said something about a Choose and do a Subaru, but
I like to choose.
But either way, yeah, you had already mentioned it. Monday, next week, Charlotte. Yeah, definitely, it's going to be the throwback race. Charlotte, always a great track in these cars, and we're looking forward to that. The winner of the throwback contest gets a custom poster, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to see all the throwback schemes that everybody can bring out.
Yeah, and the winner of that race also gets that crisp $20 bill.
It's true. It's also our Crown Jewel event, like you said. Yeah, so yeah, doubling up for Charlotte. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'll tell you what, we're looking forward to it. And yeah, before we go, man, hey, this is last chance to give kind of your thoughts about this race here tonight.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be fun. Definitely looking forward to it. My voice is going out as we speak. And before it's completely gone, this is Johnny Rapp in the Slingshot TV booth for Justin Wilson. We will see you next week and more. It's going to be a lot of fun. Keep tuned in here to Slingshot TV. Have a nice night.